Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode of Friday Night Explorer, we're going to explore explore Discard. Basically, once again, we're going to try the Waste Not deck combo with a bunch of Discard synergies. Now, in this new sequence, we're going to have Kaervek the Punisher as the crime trigger for more discard abilities, because remember, whenever we target our opponent to discard, that is a crime, which we can then chain it with more discard cards, more crime, and Waste Not might get us more mana, might give us more cards. So this whole deck synergizes very well when we can get both Waste Not and Kaervek on board. The problem is how to do that, because, well, you know how the shuffler works. We'll basically never draw Waste Not, and the games where we draw Waste Not, we're never gonna get a card. We're never getting any discard cards in our hand. So yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate in the way that usually plays out. But don't worry, we also have other cards in this deck that works really well, which is Shieldred, Graveyard Trespasser, Alcazaz. Just attack and overrun our opponent with mono black good value. So it's not the only way to win a game, but it is a way to win with this deck. So something that I want you to keep in mind about how this deck works is that it's not the only thing for Waste Not. Waste Not is a very good card, and it is the theme of the deck, but it's not the only way we win. A lot of times we can win by just attacking. A lot of times we can win just by pressing our advantage and discarding their cards with Thoughtseize, with Duress, and even with what's the other card here? Liliana. Alright, so let's talk about a whole deck list, shall we? In the early game, we're going to have one Cling to Dust for Graveyard Hate, one Duress to get into our opponent's hand, along with 4 Thoughtseize. We cannot have 5 Thoughtseize. If I can, I wouldn't run a Duress. I also have 4 Fatal Push to be able to get, remove creatures from board. We also have 2 Bitter Triumph to kill Planeswalkers, 2 Shieldred's Edict to make our opponent sack, and then 3 Mazemind Tome to draw cards from our deck. And also a 2 Meathook Massacre for board wipe on wide boards. Then in the 3-drop, we're going to have 2 Goldblank, discard everything please, 2 Graveyard Trespasser, again for Graveyard Hate, 2 Kaervek to chain our Graveyard Hate combo or crime spree, and then 2 Liliana to continuously make our opponent discard. Then in the other, in the 4-drop, we have another 2 off, and that is Shieldred the Apocalypse, along with 1 Alcatraz the Deepest Betrayal. This deck feels like a Deepest Betrayal whenever I play it, because I feel like Waste Not is actually in the deck. But it is. There's 4 of that in the deck as well. So then in the land base, we're going to have 26 lands because we need a lot of mana to kind of cycle through the things that we want to do. So for Castle Locthwain, we need those card draw, 2 Hive of the Eye Tyrant to also Graveyard Hate, 11 Swamps, 1 Takenuma, 3 Field of Ruins to blow up our opponent's man lands or other utility lands, 3 Geier Reach Sanitarium for that draw a card, discard a card, and then 2 Sunken Citadel to act as a double mana for our utility land. Something to remember, Geier Reach is a legendary, so you cannot play more than 1 onto the board, or 1 has to get sacrificed. So if you have 1 in play already, the other 1 are just discard fodder to its ability of draw a card, discard a card. Now, another thing to keep in mind is you need to have 4 Castle for the card draw in this deck, but you also need to have 3 Field of Ruin, sometimes even justifiable to run 4, not because you need to kill man lands or any utility lands. Field of Ruin is a very good way to trigger Kaervek, because Field of Ruin is is going to target your opponent's land, and targeting your opponent's land is a crime. So we want to trigger crimes this way, and this is one way to do it. Hive can also trigger crime by targeting a card in your opponent's graveyard. Graveyard Trespasser can also trigger crime. So there's a lot of crime sprees going on with this mono black discard deck as well. And this deck, I think it runs pretty decently. There's probably some fine tuning can be done about tutoring, because I really want to have Waste Not out, and a lot of times I can't get there with just Mazemind Tome, so tutoring might help a lot more. More fine tuned in the future, but this is the deck I want to run right now, and so that's our mono black discard deck. That's all I got. Let's go into the games. Okay, our opponent's gonna be Laney the mono red. Oh man, this hand has no discard. But we got Mazemind Tome and some interaction, so do I dare keep this hand? I'm gonna try it. Blue, sleight of hand. Yikes. We got a Meathook Massacre, which doesn't do anything against blue. They don't go that wide. Ledger Shredder. Gone. Let's get our Mazemind Tome on. There's the red. That's the Phoenix deck in action. Alright, let's get the Field of Ruin out. Scared them a little bit. Don't have to play anything. Pretty sure they're just going to play a bunch of spells on me. Fairies. Sure. They get to return a... Well, they tap wrong. They tap so wrong. So they have a burn spell. Which is weird because their burn spell won't actually activate on anything I have on board. So what was the point of that? Gotta be a little bit careful about Treasure Cruise, but I can't stop it. It's just gonna happen. Another Lava Glide Pathway. This is actually the worst sort of matchup I can face because Treasure Cruise will just give him so many cards, right? And what can I do against that? Nothing, that's what. Do I just get the Sanitarium down? I can't actually make him discard anything. Or I can't make him exile anything is what I meant to say. Opt. Ooh, that's a cool op. To be fair, that is a cool op. They're just waiting for the Phoenix and then attack me with a bunch of Phoenix, right? Have they gotten any discard cards? There's that Treasure Cruise. I don't have any exile abilities. Charter, of course, they haven't attacked yet, so they're trying to get the Phoenix out probably this turn. That's 2 spells, right? They need to clear. Oh, they don't have a Phoenix either. Ledger Shredder. Play the life. Hive. That is an exile, but I mean, I feel like I would just die to whatever happens there, right? Do I Hive this turn? Do I Geier Reach? I need to draw the important card, but I guess Hive is somewhat important. I do have a Fatal Push if I need it. There's the Phoenix. There's an op. Treasure Cruise again? They can Treasure Cruise again. That's so scary. That card is so good. I mean, I don't have any graveyard removal in this whole deck, so against this deck, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to fight it. I guess the only way to fight it is to get lucky in the early game and be able to get the what's it called? The Treasure Cruise in the graveyard. Which I didn't. I didn't have any discard cards. They Treasure Cruise again. Is that 3 spells or is that 2 spells? I lost count. I feel like that's 3 already. They play on their land. Do they want to get 2 Phoenix out? That is the question, right? Opt again. This is a 3/3, so can they actually deal 3 damage to it? It doesn't have 3 instants in a graveyard. Let's draw a card. Ooh, okay, that's a good card. That's what I wanted to get. Oh, they discard a Phoenix. Okay, okay, okay. So now we're in it for the battle. So definitely gonna Graveyard Trespass first. He has to fight through the Graveyard Trespasser. And then I will try to Kaervek. Or do I Hive here? Hive is 4 mana. That's too much. Oh, he only needs 2. That's annoying. Alright, so... What is he discarding? Alright, he discarded a Fiery Impulse, which... it's annoying, but alright. If a permanent you control left the battlefield, a permanent I control have left battlefield. Opt. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for Kaervek, and then popping it with the Field of Ruin. I need 3 more mana, actually 2 more mana to play Graveyard Trespasser. So I need 2 more turns to stabilize. I might be able to do that if I just leave everything alone and Meathook Massacre him. He didn't do it. He didn't have it. If he doesn't have it, do I kill the Ledger Shredder here? I can Kaervek, Ledger, Fatal Push, and then I will be able to play the Graveyard Trespasser. That's interesting. Is that what I should do? I guess we'll find out. We'll gain that 4 life, and then we'll draw another card. There's a Waste Not. That's what I needed. Let's go to my turn here. There's another Waste Not. I have no discards here, though. So, I don't think I can just throw... I have a Geier Reach. But, right now, this turn's play should be what I've just planned. Right? That is Kaervek. And then I commit a crime with the Fatal Push, and it would be already on the stack. Can he do anything about that? Do they have counterspells? That is interesting. I guess we'll find out. There's probably a burn spell in his hand. Okay, that works too, you coward. Didn't even let me play out my spells. No Waste Not happening. So, still we won. That's all that matters. Okie doke. Now our opponent, Apeman. I've played him before, I think. I think it was in Standard. Alright, we're going to go first. Good luck, Apeman. We're going to Thoughtseize you. What are you? Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Cling to Dust. Gifted Aetherborn. Alright, so he's going to Thoughtseize me. So I cannot take out his Thoughtseize, but I can take out his Gifted Aetherborn. He's going to take out my Alcatraz. Somehow, for like the last few games, I've always drawn this opening hand. My only 5-drop. Okay, so I guess he's going to Thoughtseize me again and then exile that. He's afraid of the Meathook. Let's get black. So I can send it out on black. It's pretty nice. I also have a Field of Ruin, so whenever he plays this Nykthos, it's gone. Another Thoughtseize. Only 1 card for him to take. Does he want to exile that? Gain some life? Or does he want to exile my Thoughtseize? Oh, Meathook. Also works. So he's gonna have to play Nykthos at some point, right? But I guess right now he's not gonna get any value out of that. So let's get the castle down. I can draw cards with the castle already. Thanks to the Sunken Citadel. Such a good land. There's Nykthos. Place his Meathook. We get a Cling, and we get a Geier Reach. Kind of dead card, but okay. The Cling's not a dead card. The Cling's gonna be pretty good. Shieldred. Can't stop a Shieldred. Can draw a card. So, I guess we're gonna have to draw a card right here. Ooh! Hey, look! Shieldred's gonna meet her maker. So I can draw a card here too, right, with the castle. Do I want to draw a card? Do I want to Field of Ruin? Field of Ruin is Nykthos. know why I have it in response. I don't have to do this in response. Alright, sack a non-token creature. Sack your shielder, please. I would like that to be gone. I lose 1 life, but you're about to lose a lot more than 1 life. Tap the Sanitarium. Actually, no. So I can do this. This makes him exile his whole graveyard and discard the rest of his hand. Invoke Despair. Ah, you greedy. Alright. I can use the Geier Reach to draw and discard a card. Make him discard the card he draws right now. No choices here. Oh, Gary. Go to main. Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones is pretty scary, actually. How do I fight Tiny Bones with nothing in my hand? Alright. Oh, he can play whatever he wants from my graveyard. 4 mana. What can he play with 4 mana? He can definitely play Alcatraz. Guess we'll just have to see what happens. Actually, Castle is a card draw, right? I might want to draw 2 cards. Tiny Bones is scary. Does he get a land? If he doesn't get a land, he cannot play anything for 4 mana here. Right? I have nothing for 4 mana. Non-land permanent spell, right? Non-land permanent card. I have none. Sure. Good luck. Okay, so now I can draw a card and I can draw another card, but let me cling first. I can cling his Gary. So I'll exile this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cling his Gary. That way I will gain 3 life. Now draw and discard a card. Mazemind Tome. Alright, that's a good card to draw. Fatal Push. How many castles do I have? Jeez. Alright, let's do this again, I guess. Why did I play a land? Oh, I played a castle, right? I should have played a field. That's 5. Too bad I have nothing left. Avarice. Draw 3 cards and lose 3 life. That's real good for him. I'm gonna have to take this 1. I'm gonna draw a card here and lose 2 life. Another Mazemind Tome. Draw another card here, but doesn't lose any life. Graveyard Trespasser. Another Graveyard Trespasser. So let's... I guess we'll play these out. He's only got 2 cards in the graveyard, and I can't actually remove it for something. This is pretty bad. I could draw a card later on. So the Trespasser is a little bit difficult for him to get rid of, just because he shouldn't have much left in the graveyard. What am I saying? He shouldn't have much left in his hand to be able to target my cards. Still, this is really scary. Avarice again, draw 3 more cards. Jeez. Alright. Aetherborn. That's annoying, but you got it. No attacks. I'll draw a card. Fatal Push. Another Tome. That's a lot of tomes. I can't actually use... let's see. If permanent I control left the battlefield. So no permanent I control leaves the battlefield here. I just quit. I never get to play any games out because our opponent never tries to play a game. I didn't even have my... No. I didn't even have my combo. Like, I did not even draw a single one of the... is that one called again? Waste Not? Alright, what else is coming? AM88. That is our opponent. He is in the AM. whereas I am in the PM. I get a Waste Not finally after 500 games, and this time I have no discard cards. So yeah, that's exactly how this game kind of pans out. And then blue, they're probably just going to counter Waste Not going first. There's a Hive. No, it's Spirits? No, just to consider. So it's what's it called? Demir Phoenix? No stick. That's good. Knowing that there's no stick means Waste Not will stick. And with Demir, I don't think they have a very good time fighting against enchantments. Something's happening. Narset. Alright.
Focus and discipline. Meditate and prepare.
Scary. So, did we just Bitter Triumph the Narset? Yeah, it makes him play something. Do we pay the life? I have a lot of life. It's the Narset wheel combo. It's like we're playing EDH. They Narset wheel us. 3 mana, no play, huh? Well, I guess he's gonna start playing stuff now. So I might as well drop the shield grid. Okay, that works. You coward. 1 minute into the game, you already quit because you missed 1 land drop? Jeez. Alright, our opponent is the Purity. They're too pure for us. I feel like I should just mulligan for Waste Not, because every game, it's been not drawing Waste Not ever. Alright, Purity, what you got? You're red. Ew. That's gross. I don't want to Duress him, because I want a Fatal Push. Gross. Mono red are just gross players overall. Alright, let's kill it. Don't even have time to Duress because they get to go first. What does this card do? 2 or more instant sorcery card in the graveyard. +1/+0 in haste. The Edict's only going to make him sack a creature that he likes the least. Still got to play the Edict. Feel like he has pumps. Well, you gonna play something, or are you just gonna hold up the whole turn? Monsters Rage. Sack the Kumano. Yep. I feel like this should be bigger. +1, so it's 2 +2 +1. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should be bigger. Does he have another one of these? Can he light up some more? I mean, he has one in his, here, right? I guess he could do that. Do we Bitter Triumph? We might have the Bitter Triumph, right? I can toss a Duress. Just gonna play with fire in my face. Yep. I guess he thinks he's guaranteed damage next turn. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything. We'll discard a card. Kill this. We'll discard our Duress. We'll probably just play the other light up the stage. He's got a Twin Inferno. We got to exile a card. Let's exile some creatures and gain life, right? But It has haste when there's 2 or more instants or sorceries. 2 or more. So there's right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's too many. I'm never gonna get there. Just getting a little bit of life. I don't get a card draw from this, but I can get a Mazemind Tome. Maybe I should have gotten a card draw instead of a life. You never know. I don't think any of this matters if they're just going to burst us out. If they lose their Twin Inferno here, though, we might get a little bit more ahead just because their card draws are dead. Nope. Not dead. So they're going to attack us with a big show-off. His Twin Inferno is going to make it a 3? Double strike, so we'll take 6. Was a lot. I don't know why it did it in instant speed. Did he messed up? I feel like he messed up. Where was the double strike? Or is this in the middle? No, it already went past the combat phase. Oh yeah, he messed up for sure. What did this? Oh, he Twin Inferno the copy. Huh. That's alright. I guess he can do that. I don't agree with that. What are these lands doing? Alright, so there's a Gitu and a Skewer. That's no fun for me. Alright, Lily. Will you help us do some stuff?
You're telling me what? Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Yeah, right? Haven't you heard of not attacking your opponent in the face that often? It's not very nice. Because large badgers don't know what's nice. Is that a badger? Is it a possum? I don't know. But it's probably the Gitu that's coming. Liliana. I would not know. I would not see it going any other way. But I guess I could be wrong. Maybe he wants to attack my face and just skewer the Liliana. I guess that's another play, right? It's not Wizard of Lightning, so that card is dead. He has 1 card in hand. Okay. I guess. It'll be weird if he doesn't attack the Lily. Yeah. There you go. That's the right attack.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Try to draw another card. Maybe we'll get something. Oh, hey, those are some good cards. All right, so let's see. -2 means that it costs 4, meaning that I cannot Field of Ruin his den. That means I have to Field of Ruin it first. Field of Ruin the den. Get a land out. Gain 1 life, please. Alright. Now what? You're gonna keep drawing creatures? Or are we gonna have a respite for a turn? Doesn't feel like it. Oh, it's plotting. Plotted little creatures. Do I want a card draw here? Yeah, let's scry. It's almost a card draw, right? This is not good. I think. Is this good? Alright. No. Here. What do I have for black cards? Fatal Push. Huh. So I need 3 mana and then 4 mana. That's a lot of mana. I don't think I have enough. So if that's the case, we'll put that on the bottom. That is not what I hoped for. Thoughtseize is as dead of a card as possible, right? So I have the Kaervek here. I just hope that something happens. Man. What can he do? He's gonna kill my Kaervek? He is. I guess we'll draw a card. hurt. Another Mazemind Tome. That's not great. Not what I want. This is what I want. That's a card. Life linking 4/4. Yeah, I'll take that. See, goodbye. Mono red, man. Just every format you have one of those players playing mono red. Just ruin the experience for everyone else. Fun. Okay, our opponent's gonna be Hope 1, 2, 2. I mean, all these numbers. I've seen a lot of like players with these numbers. They added themselves. They're not added by Wizards, so they wanted those numbers on their name for some reason. This is a terrible hand, actually. We got 2 Fatal Push, and then castles that will never come out. And Takenuma doesn't do anything. Got a mulligan that hand. Alright, this is not better. This is not better. So put back a Hive. I don't want too many Hives. But other than that, I don't know what else I should keep. Alright, they're already Juari, so they're already blue-eye control somehow. Let's see what they at. I could Liliana, just get Lily countered. Didn't get countered. Alright, I'm gonna toss Shieldred against this kind of deck. Shieldred is kind of useless. But then again, so is Fatal Push, right? I don't know what deck they're running, so let me drop a push. Supreme Verdict. Did I have a get loss? No. Oh, interesting. They don't have anything, so I can keep making them discard.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Drop another Supreme Verdict. I drop a Shieldred, they'll counter it. I attack with Hive. Fine. No more lies. Alright. We got the first counter down. Irrigated farmland. There's that get lost.
It's no fun when they hit back.
Okay, so now I want to play. Well, I got another Shieldred, so might as well land that first. Do a little pump on Shieldred. What can I get? Please. I was gonna say be a land so I can draw it. Good thing I did do that. They have 4 mana. What can they do? They toss 2 Supreme Verdicts. I mean, this land's coming in for sure. Let's try to pump our Shieldred. See, there's a removal. Edict. Edict does hit their Planeswalker though, right? But I already have an Edict. Yeah, it's fine. I'll throw that in the graveyard. Not gonna attack, because he's probably trying to Emperor me. Memory Deluge. Ooh, that's good. Alright, playing against Blue Eye Control without my Waste Not, which is the heart of the deck that I didn't draw. Yo! Mazemind Tome. What can I do here? I can drop a Kaervek, it will just get, you know, removed. So if I force it to get removed, he will have to remove his own shark. Right? And then what can Kaervek even bring out? Liliana? That is an interesting play, right? I think I still want to play the Kaervek though. Alright, that's a card. That is a card. Alright, what can I get from this graveyard? Nothing, but I can do this. Tap this. Discard 2 cards. You can Memory Deluge. Dovin's Veto. That got countered. Okay, so then I can make him sacrifice a creature token, or I can just attack. I can kill this. He has 5, right? Let's see if he blocks. He wants to play something for sure. He wants to play something into the block, right? He has to declare blockers first. There's the march. Alright, we resolve 1. Then we'll pay the 3 life. Destroy this. And then we'll target Fatal Push. And we'll Fatal Push the other one. And then we'll submit 0 for the rest. I mean, this gives me untapped land I can't play anything with, so no point. That's a tap land. Okay, so if I turn this live, well, I'll put a land here. I turn this live. I can exile a card in his graveyard. I can exile Memory Deluge. That'll force him to play it right now. How many mana does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exactly 7. So let's go. I will target my... I don't know. I'll target Bitter Triumph. Does he want to play it in response? Decline. It didn't trick him that time. Resolve 1. Sacrifice a creature token. There. Now you can choose your Memory Deluge and die. Your Shark Typhoon, your best draw in the game. This Waste Not deck with no Waste Nots. Just aggro him to death with Kaervek. It's a good card. It continues our crime spree. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel about this deck? Because I am frustrated is probably to put it lightly, because this deck runs very well, and I've seen a lot of opponents run it well, but whenever I play, I just never draw Waste Now. I go through all the Mazemind Tome, I don't draw Waste Now. Almost every game you see me play, I have Cling to Dust. There's one Cling to Dust in the deck. I always draw it. I never draw my Waste Not, so this whole deck, which synergizes around one card, does not work when you don't draw that one card. And that's how I feel about this deck. Really frustrating. Overall, the deck is good. And you can see all the wins we can do without Waste Not. Just imagine what we can do if the card actually is in the deck that we draw. So there are some other fine tuning that I think about including, and let's talk about those. So next time I'm going to play, I probably will stick in the case of Stash Skeleton, because that is a tutor, and I might even put in the Besiege the Mirror, because that's another tutor, right? These two are very good tutors that I do want to put in this deck. I don't want to put in Insatiable Avarice, because it's a little bit weaker of a tutor, since it costs 3 and you don't even draw the card, right? If you pay 5 mana, might as well just Besiege the Mirror. Besiege the Mirror requires a sack for bargain, but we have a lot of things to sack. We can sack our Mazemind Tome when it's on 3 page counters. We can sack the Mihuk Massacre if we don't need it, and then we can well, those are really the only thing we can sack, and then we can think about putting in the case, and you can even sack the case if you want to double, or if you want to just search. That's questionable, but I do think this is relevant, so that's why I think one of these two are probably good inclusions for this deck. None of the other ones that searches are that good. Grim Tutor, also a potential inclusion. It is a 3-mana tutor. This is a 2-mana tutor. 3-mana tutor is probably not as good as a 2-mana tutor. That takes 2 turns. We can hold 2 turns. We can just wait and remove. But a 3-mana tutor, 3-mana tutor might take too long, and we lose 3 life, right? If you want to put a 3-mana tutor, well, this Grim Tutor is still better than Insatiable Avarice. This is a 3-mana tutor that goes on top. This is a 3-mana tutor at least that goes in my hand, right? So there's some considerations, but overall, I do think that some tutor are necessary because I keep not drawing the Waste Not. Another card, Shioju's Edict. I've been thinking about removing this and just go for the throw, which, I mean, a lot of times I want to be able to target a creature's opponent's creature, and I can't target because of Shioju's Edict. And this is very good against Planeswalkers, but other than that, which we don't see that many of, I really want to be able to target to trigger crime as well. Shioju's Edict is one of the removal that actually doesn't trigger crime. So more things to think about. So not the best version of this deck overall yet, but definitely one that we can play in the Explorer metagame. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.